Top of the morning to you. Your morning, my night. Your morning, my night. The world, isn't it? Anyways, I'm gonna keep this here. Fuck it up. I'm gonna make this video for two fucking reasons. Well, on two different issues. One, and I'm gonna keep it short because I always talk too much when I go into too many different subjects. But last night I went on some very curious rants on the internet, on YouTube, jokes basically, about Trump being an anarchist, and he was, and not necessarily an anarchist. I just thought that would be the funniest if the president of the United States actually turned out to be an anarchist, and he was doing everything just to fuck it up for the rich people. I thought that would be funny. Like, even he knows this shit. Even the president knows this shit don't work. But anyways, I've told you before what I probably think it really is, but I got a little carried away. And I have to say, you know, if I was an anarchist, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not, but I am sympathetic to them. And that was another reason I said it, because I kind of want him to be, that I know he isn't. But if I was an anarchist and I was the president, and I was like a Nigerian candidate, and I really wanted to collapse this fucking hellhole you call a country, how would I go about doing that? And then I understand, you know, I'd probably do just about every damn thing Trump's doing. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. Now, I will say this. I want to make one brief side point, and I don't know if this happened, but someone said it did. They said Trump pardoned some criminals or something, black people or something, at the convention last night. They were in jail for something, and if he did that, then I have to give credit where credit is due. I don't care who does it. That was very good of him, and that's very intelligent and smart. And if he wanted to win the presidency, that's what you would do. Stuff like that. That's what you elected. But the point is, for the most part, 90 to 99% of what he has done, at least for the last year, is very insane. And you have to come to the conclusion either he's doing it on purpose, or he just, because either he's a complete, like, he would not be the president if he was. You would not, because you could not, in this country, the way everything is successfully with it stacked against you, like he did have it stacked against him, and then win and be an idiot. So I don't think he's an idiot. So it's either that, or he's doing it either to collapse the country, either for the government, and that's what I think is most likely, or maybe it's for an anarchist, or Nazis, or communists, or Russians, or someone, or something else. But he's not just that stupid. Or maybe he just really hates being president because it's caused him nothing but shit and he just wants out. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, I don't know any of this, and it's just theory and conjecture, and I'm probably wrong. But if he was like an anarchist and he was doing this to kind of help us, I guess, that motherfucker deserves a statue in every capital on the planet if he was really doing this. If he was really that smart, and I don't know he is, then wow. But I think what it is, I think what it really is he's working with the government, and they've got something planned up where they want to keep Bernie Sanders from being president, or whatever they were doing, and they did this to keep that from happening. I don't know what the actual reason is, but it's something like that, you know. But anyway, but he's not just stupid. But anyways, moving forward, I was watching this now, and this is why I'm really making this video mainly. Let me make this video before the sun comes up. Those spots you don't like his light. Anyways, it was about George Carlin. It was his philosophy on patriarchy, and largely I don't really disagree with his speech that much. I do think he went a little easy on women, to say the least. And he was someone that was raised he had a lot of nuns teaching him, and from what I understand about this, the nuns that he had teaching him were very nice people, and they were very nice to him. Now, let me tell you, most men and women are not that lucky, but he was, and that has influenced his opinion about women. And he basically kind of, consider them this very positive thing. And with that being said, he has no misunderstandings about women. There are women that are assholes like anybody else. And that's why I think this is kind of a little bit exploring his philosophy. And another thing I want to say that might take up an entire video if it wasn't so bad, but I'm going to get into that. But there's a low blow in this movie. It's Furious Roads, Road Warrior movie, Furious Roads. And the only thing I know about the fucking Road Warriors, let's be honest, is the wrestling tag team. Other than that, I thought Mad Max was a movie about a dog growing up that had been abused, and he went and he got revenge on the people that abused him. And there was a movie like that, and he was going to kill his kid, and he didn't kill the kid, and it was named Mad Max or something like that because the dog's name was Max. He's a mad dog, but he is mad. He's been abused, and the mother shoots the dog, but she thinks she's doing it to protect her children. But he wasn't going to kill the kid, but he was abused. He was kidnapped or something, and they put him in all these dog shelters, and then they beat him and shit, and it's really sad. But he goes on this killing rampage and murders all these people, and at the end of the movie he's going to murder the kid, but he doesn't do it. And then the mother shoots him because she thinks he's going to kill the kid, but he doesn't. He licks the kid or something. But anyway, the point is I don't know anything about Road Warriors, but let me tell you this: if you hit a woman in the pussy, because there's a low blow scene, that'll hurt. Just putting that out of the way. But anyway, the entire point of the movie, I guess, is that men are bad people, and that we keep women kept to things to drain breast milk. I don't know the porn. I guess to drink their breast milk, like vampires. I don't know what the fuck the point of this dumb shit is. You are exploiting Carlin's philosophy. This is absurd. And the entire concept is they give life, so men respect that, and so do I, and that's a good thing. And you're right, in some ways, I'm sure some men, and probably myself too, we have a little bit of resentment because women give life, and we turn out to be the guy that doesn't really do anything. I don't think we take life, if the government makes us, but we don't really do anything, and we're just useless. And you're probably right. But to say that we hate women, and that's why we do everything we do, what are you, smoking crack? And I'm getting ahead of myself here, but it's a stupid video, and I haven't had time to think about it. And it's way too complex and complicated to get into because it deserves probably like a 2-hour video to just cut down and break down and say, well, this is how you're wrong. But I'm just saying, look, in this society, and I'm dealing with this society, not the society of the third world, and what happens to women in the third world, because I'm sure women suffer there. But that's the third world. I have to deal with this society and the one I'm in, and I'm telling you, in this one, I'm the fucking dog. I'm the loser. I'm the one thrown on the ground and fucking spit at because I'm a loser. And we are measured by our dick and our bank account. But it's not so much because it's great if you have one. It's more like you're a complete loser if you don't. Mostly the dick part. I mean, the bank account part is half and half. I mean, if you do have one, you're doing pretty good, sure. But that's the same for women. And the point is, we don't keep women locked up to fucking things like you milk a cow with. We don't do that. That's absurd and stupid. So I don't know what this guy's talking about, because there's lots of women in very powerful roles. We're probably gonna have a female vice president. Men don't do that here. That's not what we do. We don't. So how in the hell is that my fault? And Carlin never said that. Now Carlin respected women more, but he also fucking objected to the ideal of feminism because of shit like this. Because he said, you get together and you meet and you get in uniform, basically, and you meet in groups, and then they knock on your door with some very, very unpleasant propositions about how we can kill you. So he doesn't like that. He doesn't want the Third Reich to come back. He doesn't care what you call it. He doesn't want it. White, black, male, female, or anything else. And if you look at the main opposition, people like that fat fuck Alex Jones has to the Black Lives Matter, how much does he talk about black men? They need a black dad at home. Beat them up. He says this. Because, wow, they're questioning our male authority in his case because he's a fat Texas asshole. They're rising up. They're questioning things. They're thinking. They're being intelligent. Their mothers aren't putting them in line. Why does he say this? Because he wants to control you. That was the temperance era. That is temperance. And George Carlin used to say this. The entire purpose of male in a patriarchy, and when you don't have that, you lose purpose, and I guess we lost it, so we don't have purpose, and fine, then we don't need purpose, is to keep the other males in line. You're the fucking sheepdog. It's like David Icke, the English asshole who talked about space aliens. He's the alien motherfucker. He believes aliens control the earth. Let me make that clear. David Icke said, we laugh at sheep, haha, look at that stupid sheep. But sheep need a sheepdog to keep sheep in line. We don't need a sheepdog to keep each other in line because we keep each other in line. Do you understand now? That's a patriarchy, and that was temperance era, more than the Victorian era, but that too. But the temperance era in a nutshell, and the Klan and all these motherfuckers supported it. And it was to keep you in line, to keep your balls cut off. Basically, we'll cut your fucking hair, we'll cut the skin off your cock, we'll beat you up, we'll beat you down, you don't speak up, you don't speak out. You're going to be a good little pussy and do what the corporations and the rich people tell you. And the women are going to help with this. And that's what they did. They told slave women, you rat on the slave men when they try to run away. And at first they would do it thinking they were trying to help them. And after a while they would get greedy and do it intentionally. And fucking Jones used to say this, so he knows this. He's a fucking pig. The point is, that was the entire point of the fucking temperance era. To keep us in line, to keep us beaten down and stupid, and to keep us from rising up. And that was the entire purpose, and they did it to black people and white people as far back as ancient Rome. And that was the entire reason. And the Vikings, the reason they hate them so much is because they said, fuck that, there was a story of little Viking boy was playing ball with someone, and he lost, so he was playing basketball with someone or some shit. And he lost, so he took a fucking sword and cut the fucker's head off, like the other kid. And the mother told the little Viking boy, you're going to be a Viking someday. Oh, you're going to be a Viking. So in other words, they didn't raise them to fucking kiss people's ass and take shit on people. They raised them to be warriors. Now look, that's a horrible example, and it's horrible what happened, and I'm not saying it's a joke and it's an old Nordic story that never happened. Probably. Who the hell knows? But that was the point. And that goes back to what we need to do. You need to be people that think for yourself. You're one step ahead of them. You're smarter than them. You don't kiss their fucking ass. You don't work for them. You're starved before you work for them. You raise children that will not kiss their ass. You don't have more children. You have children when you're old enough and you've got enough money to take care of them. And you don't have more children than you can take care of. You have enough children for you that you can watch and take care of, and you don't have too many. And you treat them with respect and dignity, and you expect the same thing from them. And that's how you should treat your children. That's how you should raise a family. And you raise them up to be human beings, to be treated like a human being. And they demand that, male, female, black, white, or anything else. And when these fuckers go crazy, these rich people, and they start fucking us, we don't take that. We stand up to them. We don't do that because we have a culture of consumerism and production. Produce, consume until you're slaves and you act like the sheep that they think you are, and you're dumb monkeys to them. We're all poor people. We're all meth heads. We're all rednecks, trailer trash. We're nothing to them. They think they're trash because they're rich and they have all the money, and they have created a fucking culture to do this. And feminism is a big fucking part of that. And that's all. Peace 6-6.